So I've been working again with the Launchpad Guitar. You can see the on-screen representation there, and I wanted to take you through what I really like about the new octave switcher, which I kind of refined a little bit further today to make it default to an octave lower, and then fix some of the on-screen controls so that I can now click these buttons here on screen. But what I'm going to take you through is these instruments that I'm using are sampled, which means they're recorded at a particular pitch and then scaled up or down. And what you'll really kind of hear if you work with them is that they work really well within the range that they're intended to be used in. And then maybe they sound interesting in a higher or lower range, but they really eventually kind of break down into almost nothingness. So I'm going to take you through one of the sounds that I've been using that I like as a bass sound, and show you what it's like from the high end of its range until the low. So first of all, I'm going to play a couple high notes, very high. But what you'll notice is those last 5 notes were the same. This actually runs out of range right here. You'll see that a lot with instruments, is that they'll have a range of maybe 6 octaves or so, and then you'll kind of hit the end. But what I like is I can actually move up and down to meet the instrument in its range. And I'll show you what I mean here. So this is supposed to be kind of a bassy sound, but I'm using it in a much higher range. But let's just play a quick melody. Okay, that's 2 octaves higher than normal. Let's try 1 octave higher than normal. Let's try normal octave. And now let's try 1 octave lower. That's sounding a bit more like it. Let's go 2 octaves lower just to see what it sounds like. That's obviously a bit lower than this instrument can really manage. It seems to me like the sweet spot is 1 octave lower. And the thing is, I can go 2 octaves lower, for example, if there's some good notes on the A string or the B string that I like. I can still go down that extra octave. I don't have to play the very lowest ones, but I can search for the parts of the range that really work well for what I'm working with. And the other thing I wanted to point out really briefly is that because this is set up like a guitar, I can just read guitar tabs and learn, in this case, bass lines that I'm curious about. So I just randomly pulled up a guitar tab off Google for this one, but I'm sure you'll also recognize this one. So anyway, so obviously I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I really like the new range, especially that it can go low enough to really do some nice, juicy bass lines. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it.